people, welcome back to the channel, and we're back with another Man United manager experiment, and this time we've put Andoni Iraola, easy for me to say, in charge of Man United. Current Bournemouth manager. He's absolutely tearing it up. He's doing bits. Lost his entire back line in the summer. I thought they were going to capitulate, but he's gone from strength to strength, and you know what I mean, fair play to the guy. Up and coming manager. Seems like exactly the kind of guy Ineos would go for. Unless they want to go for someone proven instead of taking another risk like they did with Amorim. But let's see. You know the drill. 5 seasons. We come back at the end of each one and we see what happened. So I'm going to jump to the end of season 1 now. But guys, would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Leave a like on this video and share it out to people, man. Let's try and grow this fan base together, and let's try and get involved in the discussions. So I will see you at the end of season 1. Guys, here we are, end of season 1, and it's been terrible by Man United standards. Finished 9th, albeit an improvement on Ruben Amorim, but United currently sitting 9th. Well, they finished 9th in the Premier League. As always, going to go through the transfers first, and then we'll work our way from there. No vice captains. That makes me wonder what's happened to Matthijs de Ligt. But also, I'm thinking, has the AI done what they've done in all the other saves and tried to sign Lunin? Yeah, let's find out. With the transfers, yeah, again, they've signed Lunin. Not sure why, but he does keep getting signed. You got Daniel Braganca, who's brilliant by the looks of it, and Kenny Arroyo again keeps getting signed. As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any real world implications on that, but we shall see. No noticeable sales, to be honest. No sales at all, just loans. Yeah, let's jump back to the tactic and see what's what. And he's rocking a 4-2-3-1, which is nice. And could see some goals, not quite as many as Xavi's football what, but there is some goals in there. Let's have a look at this team. Lunin, okay, joining on, so loan to buy basically, wasn't it? Yeah, 1 million loan and 11 million future fee. Not bad. Right, let's have a look. Only 4 clean sheets, that's awful. Dalot, only 5 assists. Dorgu, 3 assists. Shaw, 5 assists. Ugarte, 9. Okay, he's still doing alright. Kobe, what's Kobe doing? 3 assists, not much. Ambuemo again, 11 goals, 3 assists. So he's consistent in this. Mount, 8 goals, 1 assist. Cunha, 7 and 4. Xerxes, 11 goals, 2 assists. Mazraoui, 2 assists. Lamens with 7 clean sheets. Ahmad did nothing. Where's Bruno? Bruno's here. 12 goals, 12 assists. Yep. Mr. Consistent as always. De Ligt is still here. Sesko, 13 goals in his first season. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So let's just jump into the competitions page and see what happened overall. Awful. Quarterfinals, 3rd round. Yeah, okay, not too bad, but this is just abysmal. Look at that, 13 wins, 12 draws, 30. That's just shocking. 51 points. Let's see. Ugarte's still in this list, I bet. Bruno's there. Ugarte's there, knew it. Goals, we doubt we'll have anyone. Nobody. Clean sheets, neither of them are going to be on this. Oh no, Lamens is there. And that's about it. Let me have a look at the United schedule and see what went on. Well, December was awful. Won 1 game in the whole of December. Dropped 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Dropped 13 points in December, which immediately puts you into the European spots. Had a shocking start. Was probably sat bottom at one point. Yeah. Not a good first season for Iraola. AI seems to be doing the same sort of transfers, but let's jump into the second season and see what's what. Guys, we're back, and immediately we can see that United had a massive improvement. Went from 9th to 4th, so smashing it there, Iraola. Massive improvement. I'm guessing there was a huge improvement on points as well, but I'm going to start with the transfers as always, work it backwards and see what happened. So transfers, yep, Lunin we knew, Simeone on a free, and Ruben van Bommel, he's meant to be class, never signed him. Bayendia left, Dorgu left for 60, that's madness. 61 mil. That's ridiculous. And then everyone else went out on loan. Oh, Ahmad for 40 mil. Malacia for just short of 10, not bad. Anyone come in late? No one came in late. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, tactic I'm guessing, yep, still sticking with the same one. Can see a fair few goals, but we'll have a deeper look now. Right, Lunin, 13 clean sheets in the league, so massive improvement. Right, Dalot, 2 assists, awful. Shaw with 3, horrendous. Got it with 11, again 9 in the league. 9 from Kobe in the league. Simeone, did okay for free, I guess. Bruno, 12 goals, 9 assists. 8 goals, 2 assists for Cunha. Sesko, 18 goals, 2 assists. Where's Mbuemo? He's normally... Yeah, okay, yeah. Not quite as good, but 10 goals, 4 assists, not bad. Mason Mount, 4 and 2. What had Van Bommel done? All that money spent on him and 4 goals, 3 assists. Bit disheartening that. Xerxes did nothing. Braganca did nothing. And yeah, again, Sancho, Rashford, Højlund, Onana all still knocking around, which is super weird. Also indicative of who's still in charge, I believe. Yep, they are still there. Yeah, that wonderful duo there, still in charge. I didn't know Omar Barada was French. I thought it was Spanish. That might be a slight error. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Look, it's an improvement. If we have a look at the league, massive improvement. I think he was on 60 odd points. He finishes on 75 goals. Bruno's in there. Sesko's in there. Assist. Ugarte is there again. Joint first. Right, clean sheets. Lunin's in there with his 13. Must have been a great season for goalkeepers. Right, player of the match. Got Luke Shaw and got Simeone. Right, okay. Relegated but in the Europa. That's crazy. Right. Let's have a look at United's competitions page and see. Oh. Did nothing in the cups. See, that's the kind of form we need to be seeing. Shouldn't have drawn to Birmingham or Forest or Fulham for that matter, but okay. Shouldn't have lost to Leeds, Brighton, Everton. Could have, well, we got tanked, but yeah. Okay, no, it's it's a massive improvement on the first season. It's not perfect, but it's a massive improvement. And yeah, let's jump into the third season and see how he does in the Champions League. We are end of the third season and United finish 7th, so we drop down again. But yeah, you know the drill, transfers first, let's do it and let's see what happens. Kessie on a free from Saudi, I know that normally happens, but ended up at United, okay, fair enough. Dusan Vlahovic, you'd imagine he'd have a big impact. From the bottom of the screen I've just seen he doesn't. A new left back, and whoever this kid is, Jurdi Shortan. And then sales wise, anyone sold? Let's list it that way. Lemens has gone to Bayern, Ryan Neal, the regen, Reece Thomas, and yeah, main one was Lemens out. Well, let's jump into the tactic, and still rocking the same 4-3-3. No need to waste any more time on it. Right, let's check the goalkeeping situation. 13 clean sheets, only 8 in the league, so he dropped off from last season. Mazraoui's done nothing. Sure, for, yeah. Ugarte, massive drop off, only 5 assists. Kobe, 10 assists, 9 in the league. Bruno, 13 assists, 6 goals, not bad. Simeone, 10 goals, 3 assists. And Buemo, 11 and 2, not bad. Zesco, 22 goals, 18 in the league, not bad. Alright, Mount does nothing as always. Vlahovic, 13 goals, but would have expected better. Kessie's done nothing. Van Bommel's done nothing again. Cunha, only 9 goals, 2 assists. And this guy, not much. Hoyland's still here. Sancho, Rashford, Onana, all still here. Braganca's gone out on loan. And Maguire's wanted, but he's also retiring. Yes, it's not looking good for Iraola. In terms of performances, let's check the competition screen. And yeah, knocked out in the round of 16, 4th round and 3rd round. See, that is just straight away at least 5 he shouldn't have lost. At least. Okay, no, 6, 7. And then draws, 1, 2, 3, 4 could have been avoided. But yeah, let's have a look at this. So Madrid won. Let's go back to the league phase. United finished 13th. Beat PSV, Inter, Bayern, Antwerp and Lazio. Drew with Fenerbahce and lost to Atalanta and Chelsea. Oh, wait, wrong one. What am I doing? Did that wrong then. So we went into the knockouts in the playoff and we faced Bilbao. We got through. Round of 16, obviously lost to Chelsea and that was that. Haaland top goal scorer, as always. Final, City were in the final. But yeah, third season has been a disappointment. By this point, well, Carrick got sacked in his 3rd season. Xavi had won stuff. Southgate had won stuff. Yeah. He's doing better than Xavi, but he's still at the bottom of the list. So, I don't know. See what the 4th and 5th season brings. I'll see you at the end of the 4th. Okay, guys. 4th season done and dusted, and we are back. And Iraola's made some improvement. United are now 6th in the Premier League. As usual, transfers first. We work it backwards and see what went down. So, okay. No transfers in. Xerxes, Rashford, Heaven, and a bunch of others. Well, yeah, a bunch of others got sold. Van Bommel went out on loan. Arroyo went out on loan. That shooting geezer went out on loan. Yeah. And did anyone come in late? Di Gregorio, the goalkeeper. Yeah, he is. And Vlahovic. Okay. That's just really disappointing. They finished, what, 8th or 9th or something, and they don't add anyone to the squad. That's just, I don't know, that's a bit iffy, that. Well, tactics the same, yeah. Right. Onana's back in goal, which makes no sense. But he got 20 clean sheets, 11 in the league. Dalot's still got a job. Dedic, yeah. Fullbacks have done nothing. Ugarte, 15 assists, so he's back on form. Kobe, 16 assists, 1 goal. Simeone's had another good season, 13 goals, 11 assists. What's Bruno doing? 13 goals, 9. Cunha, 12 goals, 4 assists. Sesko, 28 goals, 2 assists. That's banging. Lunin, only 6 clean sheets. And Buemo, 20 goals, 7 assists. That's smashing it. Vlahovic, 16 goals. That's great. That's actually really good from him. Mount, 6 goals, 5 assists. Kessie's done nothing. Hoyland, has he had another good sit? No. Shocking, only 5 seasons, 5 goals. Di Gregorio, didn't even play. Shaw did nothing, leaving on a free, rightfully so. Can't believe it took this long. Connor Hayes, is he a regen? Yeah, he is. Because I know about Amrit. Okay. Right, competitions page next. Let's see what went down. And, okay. The massive improvement all round. Finished 6th in the league. Semi-finals of the Europa League. Semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Won the FA Cup. So I'm going to start with the Europa League. Bournemouth lost to Lazio. League phase. Well, we finished 2nd. Beat Hearts, Sarajevo, Braga, Karabag, Olympia and Besiktas. Drew in Monaco and lost to Bilbao. Had a massive goal difference. We'll just skip that, going straight into the round of 16 where we beat Estoril Praia convincingly. Quarterfinals, we smashed Besiktas convincingly again. Got undone by Bournemouth. That's really disappointing. FA Cup, who'd we face in the final? Sunderland beat them 3-2. Carabao Cup, Chelsea lost to Villa. We lost to Villa. Beat Leeds on the way there. Beat Bristol. Beat Peterborough. I think we would have entered in the second round. Where are we? I can't see us. Okay, yeah, we entered in the third round. I thought we would have entered in the second. But yeah, improvement of a season. Let's see what the league's saying. George Hurst is top. Go on, son. West Brom got golden boot. Go on, lad. On a lad from Forest. Haaland's losing it, man. Right, let's see. And a lad from Birmingham got 4th. Richard Sesko there with 15. And that's about it. Clean sheets, Onana's on there with his 11. The others aren't going to be on there. Assists, Ugarte's on there with his 10. Nobody else. Goals wise, Sesko, we already checked that. I honestly don't think he should have drawn. I honestly don't think he should have drawn 5 of them. Should have beat Leicester, should have beat Leeds, beat Fulham, beat Burnley and beat Bournemouth. Shouldn't have lost to Everton. Shouldn't have lost to Forest and should have beat Birmingham. Could have done with not lose. Again, there's more like... He's like... I'm looking at the wrong one. I just looked at Liverpool, for God's sake. Yeah, I mean, looking at that, 12 draws. Again, can see loads of results that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, maybe they should have been in contention for the top 4, but it is what it is. Season 4. And he's finally won something, which is good news. Yeah, let's see how his final season gets on. Right, guys, final season is done. It's over. The experiment's finished, and United finished 4th in the league, which is a massive improvement. So in the last 3 seasons, he's sort of trajected upwards, which could be a positive sign long term, but we'll see. Let's look at the transfers and go from there. And transfers wise, spent some money. Jorge Cuenca, 20. I think they overpaid for that. Levi Colwill, he's class, young player. Yeah, and Raul Flores, I've never heard of him, he's a regen. So they spent some money. And Van Bommel went out, oh my god. 65 mil. Eamon Kari went out. Jordan Shooton went out. And whoever the hell Sebastian is. Sebastian went out as well. But yeah, look, it's, I mean, Mantato as well, highly touted, and he ends up going off to PSG on a free. Steve Hogg, I'm assuming he's a regen. Yeah, look, the business has been awful. Okay, new owners. Darcy's somehow hanging on, but the Glazers are gone. And Ratcliffe is gone. But yeah, I mean, not looking great. I mean, yeah, again, look. I mean, we can see goals. Let's see what really went on. Onana's still here. 20 clean sheets, 12 in the league. Dalot's still here, 7 assists. Leacher with 5. Ugarte with 7 assists, 2 goals. Bit of a drop off from him. 6 assists, 2 goals from Colby. Massive drop off. And Buemo, class as always. 17 goals, 5 assists. Bruno, 11 goals, 7 assists. Bit of a shit season by his standards. Cunha, 12 goals, 11. Decent. Vlahovic killed it. 22 goals in all competitions. 12 in the league. 8 assists. Lunin, 6 clean sheets. Colwill, 2 assists. Mount, awful, 5 goals, 2 assists. Simeone, 10 and 7. What did this geezer do? 5 goals, 1. Okay, that's not bad. That's actually really good. Dedic, nothing. Mazraoui, basically nothing. Gregorio did nothing. And see Cheeto get any games now? He scored twice in the Bristol Street Motors Cup, whatever that is. But yeah, again, it's where's Sesko? Just realised. Right? Does see Sesko out on here? Bommel. No. Did he go out last season? Ah. 206 million. That is nuts. Only had a decent first season as well. You know what? Fair play. How are you going to turn that kind of money down? That is ridiculous. But let's see the United competitions page. And okay, he won the Europa League. Knocked out. Runner up in the Community Shield. Let's have a look at the Europa League. Vlahovic got top goal scorer. League phase. Top the group, won all 8. Played Prague, played whoever Pax is, Red Star Belgrade, Fiorentina, Sociedad, Karabakh, Bruges and Rangers. Went straight into round of 16. And they beat Fiorentina. Quarterfinals, got past Villa. Semis, they destroyed Lille. And then final 2-1. So, you know what? Fair play to him. Not too sure what happened here. Well, it went really well. 24 goal difference. And see if, a couple of draws avoidable. Definitely a couple of losses avoidable there. A few draws avoidable, and it could have been a different story. That looked like an interesting title race, that. Could have maybe been them if one or two things went their way. So not a bad season overall. Let's see where we stand on the charts. Vlahovic is in there. Nobody else is. And Cunha, and that's about it in the assists. Clean sheets on Anna's there. Player of the match. Anyone? Anyone? Onana. So he was key this season. And I was wondering why he was still here, but fair play. Look, it's been an interesting experiment. You know, Iraola took a while to get started, but he won some trophies in the end. So he's better than Carrick. I still think I'd put. I don't know. Southgate's definitely the number one. Xavi and Iraola close. You know what? No. I'll put them joint second for now. But yeah, it's clear that Southgate's still the man. Maybe Jim needs to tap him up. And, you know, it might change fortunes for Man United. But guys, once again, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like what you saw. And feel free to subscribe and share this video. Catch you on the next one.